I'm here to speak to you as the founder of the People's Movement for African Unity, an organization that is created to actualize the long-spoken African unity. But I would like to remind you of one thing, to tell you clearly that African presidents are not responsible for achieving African unity, as most of us think. We always have that thing in our mind to say that the big people are the one who does everything. But we have to know that powers are accorded according to the time and the need of every generation. I once again remind you of this very thing that I'm speaking always, that African presidents has only one mandate. Their mandate after the end of colonization. In other words, the post-colonial mandate of African leaders is to sit in the positions of power so that the imperialist powers, colonial powers, will not come to rule Africa directly. So they will be there to resist them while the greater future of Africa is being prepared. And I want to let you understand one thing. If you go back to our history, you will find out that the colonial Africa or pre-colonial Africa were existing in tribes, because that was the level of the evolution of the world at that time. And if you go into human nature, you find out that everything is going in cycle of three: primary school, secondary school, and the universities. Childhood, adolescent, and old age, and the age of maturity. In other words, the evolution of leadership of man started with tribal level. After the tribal level, we come to national level that we are now. From there, we are getting to the federal level, which is the epic of our evolution. That federal level had not come, but now it is yet to come. So during the colonial Africa, the leaders were there, working according to their ethnicities. And they were not the people who were responsible for advancing Africa beyond that very level. So the energy and the inspirations identifying with the tribal leaders were not enough to do anything beyond that. Colonization came and created African nations. That is how probably I can say is made to be by the forces of evolution. After creating it, all the ethnicities that make up each of the nations were unable to decolonize Africa, even though they wanted to, because the level of energy that was identifying with them. Human being is not about how old you are. It's not about the type of money you have or where are you coming from. It's about the idea that is identifying with you. Everybody is an individual on his own. What makes up human being is the idea that is identifying with your brain. It's not about your biological nature, your beauty, or handsomeness, or the way you speak. It's about the idea that God is bringing to you, that God is introducing into the world through you. That's what makes up a human being. The idea that was identifying with our colonial Africa leaders was not the one that was made to decolonize Africa. When the time to do that came, the spiritual world identified people and sent them, they prepared them and sent them to come and get the job done. Starting with Nkrumah here in Ghana. And it spread to the rest of Africa and became the reality we are living with today. Now it is we are heading into the third level, the highest level of our political evolution, the federal level. The national governments, the national president are not responsible for creating the federal level, because the level of energy and the idea that is identifying with them is not made for that. You can blame them, but there's nothing they can do. The human being is not responsible completely for deciding what goes on in this physical world. There are forces, there are mysterious forces that is deciding what is going on. So when the mysterious forces decide, they will now inspire an idea that will build the African Federation. Not that the African presidents are not important. The African presidents are part of the project. Everybody is part of it. But nobody is coming in the name of his tribe. When it was time to decolonize Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah came here, not in the name of the Akan people where he came from. He came in the name of Ghana. And then the job done. When Nelson Mandela stood up in South Africa, he didn't stand up as a Xhosa. He came in the name of South Africa. Zuma came in the name of South Africa, despite being a Zulu, and get the job done. So our life has evolved whereby nothing can survive with tribal level now. Nothing can survive again with national life now. Everything is heading towards the federation. That's why we are here. So the African presidents are not responsible. Stop thinking that African presidents are going to unite Africa. No, it's not made for them. The African presidents find themselves in the same condition like the pre-colonial African tribal leaders. There's nothing they can do. That's why they cannot do anything. It doesn't mean they don't want it. They don't know how to do it. The possibility is not identifying with them. So get yourself out of national mind. Join the project of Federal Government of Africa to be being carried out by the People's Movement for African Unity. Everybody is called to it. The president, the ministers from home and in diaspora. It's about black man's life advancing to the greatest level. It has nothing to do with geographical locations of nationality. Nationality are there on where they are. Just the same way we have Ghana. Within Ghana, we have the Ewe Kingdom and the Ashanti Kingdom. They are living. In South Africa, we have the Zulu, Kosa, Pedi Kingdom. They are all there. In Nigeria, we have the Igbo, the Bini people, the Hausa and the Fulani people, everybody living with Yoruba people. Living, it doesn't stop them from existing. So the federation will not stop the nation. There will be nationalities well structured to suit the domestic reality of African people. It does not, Federal Government of Africa does not mean we should mix everybody, we don't know who is new. No, we are going to restructure Africa so that every group of people in Africa will have their identity properly protected while functioning together as a federation. And at the same time to give our people in diaspora the protection that they deserve as a people. The African diaspora are here, they are part of the African white family. We're giving them going to give them a very powerful right. Not we are giving them, we are not giving them. It is their right by nature. When we speak, don't think African people, when we're talking about Africa, I think because a black American is not there, because the Nigerian territory is not there. It's a lie. It is his right to be here. And it is his responsibility and obligation to build the Africa, because it's his right. So the African presidents are not there for that. It's not made for them. And this very project is not going to be disturbed by anyone. It's a collective responsibility. Everybody is happy with it. Because we already made to know that our future depends on unity. And it's here. So stand up. We're calling our people, the intellectuals, the ordinary men, especially the media that are responsible for bringing information to the public, to please assist us. Our headquarters is being scheduled to sit in Ghana here. You can visit our website, www.pmau.org, and see what we put in place. The media house everywhere we are calling. Please stand up. And we're asking you to subscribe to our social media so you can be receiving our messages, because we don't have international media to lay our voice. Please stand up. It is time to make a difference. I thank you.